made friends with an old man in the neighborhood and I regret it so much. I often visit my friend and stay the night, and in her neighborhood lives an old man who comes from Denmark. He speaks Swedish very well and has lived here the last 20 years, he moved here because his wife is from Stockholm. He was a military officer in his youth, and is now retired. He takes walks around the neighborhood and started stopping by our house for smokes, and to chat. We suspect he has some form of autism as he doesn't really understand when we tell him we're busy. We thought he was annoying at first, very sweet, but he had a tendency to show up just as we were hurrying away to something else and didn't really have time to chat. And the worst mistake I ever did was sit down and spend time with him and befriend him. Suddenly he's invited to summer parties, he shows up in his old uniform, looking proper and like quite a spectacle. The other day in the middle of the night we realized he hadn't been by in 3 weeks. Highly unusual, and my friend tells me he had a bad fall recently. I freak out and Google his name and number, and shoot him a text. Thinking the worst. Crying about it. Scrolling obituaries online and holding my breath. The next morning he shows up, alive and well. He had a leg injury and hasn't been able to walk for a bit. I scolded him and told him next time he calls me so I can come over instead. I never expected this old Dane to nestle into my heart like that, and I realized I wasn't ready to lose him yet. He made me promise to not bring flowers to his grave though, but to bring my favorite brandy and share a drink with him. I made him promise to live long enough that he could come in uniform to my wedding one